from the new recording lair located deep beneath the Wine and Spirit store in Ephrata, Pennsylvania.
You're listening to the Masonic Light Podcast.
Studio 665 presents Masonic Light Podcast. This show is recorded by Masons, for Masons, and is for entertainment purposes only. And please, no wagering.
This podcast is not endorsed by any Grand Lodge, and the ridiculous ramblings of the hosts are their own. And now, here's your host.
Check. MasterCard.
Oh, wait, there we go.
American Express.
Hey, everybody. It's Masonic Light Podcast, episode number 151.
Whoa.
And if you've heard in the background, we've had our usual total mechanical. We do
What
it
word
every
are
show.
you looking for, Larry?
151 shows and we still didn't get it right.
We'll have it by December.
We'll
don't
have
worry.
it by December.
So can we hear Barry? Is he here with us?
So we're
today?
we're on episode number 151.
Barry, speak into your microphone.
Hello?
Are we getting Barry?
I hear
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So
Huzzah.
we're here in the studio with Larry and Jack and Joshi and our guest Barry Theal.
Huzzah! Woo!
But we're missing our big toe.
Yes.
The big toe.
Our
Missing
big toe.
our big toe.
Jesus.
Pete is on the
Pete is-
65-day disabled list.
Pete is vacationing at Club Med.
Club
right
Med.
now. Yes.
You may have read that there was an incident. There's crime scene tape all over the studio.
check the Facebook
Check
page
the
for that.
Facebook page for info on that. But Pete is recovering from the little incident last time, and we wish him well. And actually, we would encourage you to send him messages there. Keep him entertained as he recovers.
Will you please tell him he's in the hospital?
Yeah, he is in the
Yeah,
hospital.
okay.
No, it's a HIPAA violation. What's the matter with you, Larry? Jeez! Oh, man! Come on! All right, now he's going to sue us, and he's
But
going to get...
we do miss Pete, and we want him back quickly. So Pete, follow the doctor's orders. All right, so we usually go around the horn and talk about what we've been doing Masonically. Larry. This will be short.
It'll be short. Yeah, baby.
Oh, I'm going to pass. Really haven't done anything in the
I'm
past 2
going to
weeks.
pass, he
You
says.
haven't been to breakfast
A week ago, yeah, but not last week.
2 weeks
Because
ago.
my wife was in the hospital.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, yeah.
You did.
Yeah, I did.
Well, it's been 2 weeks
Go
since
see
we've done an
Gridiron.
episode.
Yeah, but nothing since.
You didn't do anything Tall Cedars.
No, that's coming up.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll get that at the end of the show
Coming
then. Jack,
What?
bail us out of this.
Oh, man. I don't have a ton because I'm kind of... Honestly, I've been asked to speak at the Lodge of Research in June.
Really?
I'm going to do... Yeah, I'm going to do my...
Okay,
I'm going to do my Holy Saints John thing there.
perfect.
And you know, I'm not a scholar. I'm not a researcher. I'm just a dude that reads things, right? And I'm really intimidated. I can get in front of a lodge and just like do my thing and it's fine. But I'm really intimidated by this particular thing because I have to put a paper together. And once you put it on paper, people can pick it apart. And I'm like, oh, that's going to be so hard for me. But I'm doing it, and it's exciting. And every time I think I'm done, I read another article, and some new thing comes up, and I'm like, God, and I gotta put that new thing in there.
It's called an addendum.
It just changes everything, and it's crazy. So anyway, that's going to be in June at Altoona at the Pennsylvania Lodge of Research. So look that up on your Googleator.
What I was going to say is once
Yes.
you do a presentation,
Yes.
it does get published in the book.
I have to write a paper
That's right.
to go along
So-
with the
But
presentation.
once you do your presentation, you are entitled to an orange apron. Was $78, by the way. I have one because I did one a long time ago. I paid willingly the $78.
I would pay willingly for that $78 apron. Yes, I would. But so I've got that, and then I've been doing my Masonic mentoring stuff, and
How's that going?
It's good. It's I meet with our candidates every Monday. I've told everybody about this before, but I meet with them every Monday as I can. Obviously, life gets in the way sometimes. But we here at Ephrata Lodge require candidates that are progressing through their degrees to learn the oath and obligation. And as we do that, so we come in, we sit down, we just kind of BS for 10 or so minutes about how's life and what's going on. And then we do a little bit of, all right, what did you learn last week? Give me back what we gave you. And then we give them a few, another couple of lines. And then we start talking about stuff, degrees, stuff that happened during the degree. And then at the end of it, we wrap it back around and say, okay, give me back what I gave you a little while ago. And they don't have it, so we give it to them again. And so that's a formula that works for us. But I need somebody else to help me because I've got candidates at 2 different degrees.
Yeah.
And I can't really give up another night during the week.
But you know what? It is so nice to know that there are actually lodges that
are doing what the Grand Lodge said we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
What? No.
Imagine.
And it oddly enough, it makes for a healthy lodge.
You
so
think?
If your lodge is in trouble, try doing that. It's awesome. And it's really not that hard.
I'm going to really avoid some things that I would like to say. I like my dues card, and
so
I want to compliment you, though, however.
Oh, well, thank you. We're having a T-shirt made for Tim. It'll be Captain Grandview, Captain Grandview. We're going to have a shirt, and it'll have a cape attached to it with Velcro. And it's the boots that are the sexiest part of the outfit,
Exactly,
though.
I'm sure. All right, Josh, how about you?
What?
So,
just the podcast.
and a fine podcast it was, episode
Yes, you
150.
do fine work.
The as we have on our board, the prescription episode, the RX episode.
So so to catch people up, and because we weren't really clear about it, it was a short episode.
Yeah.
And it was short because Pete was leaking all over the recording studio.
In the middle of the episode, Pete's
Which
like,
is-
do we have paper towels here?
Yeah, which is partly why he's not here tonight. But he's doing better. And Pete, there is a stain under your chair.
Yeah,
just
we're
so
going
you
to
know.
have to order
Yeah, I
carpet
see it.
cleaning.
Yeah.
It really is. It
It's
looks
kinda
like
gross.
a crime scene here.
It's kind of gross, but it's
We're
not.
going to put red rum
Red-
across it. All right. So what have I been doing Masonically? Well, they always make fun of me.
Ah,
because
geez, he's got a calendar.
I have to bring my calendar out just so that I remember. Harrisburg Lodge of Perfection. Let's see. I did not go to that, so I'll skip that. Samuel C. Perkins. I'm learning the Masonic word no. Samuel C.
nice.
Perkins Royal Arch Chapter conferred a degree. Or actually, I'm sorry, we did a practice for a degree. We're going to be doing a degree next month. Looking forward. We have actually, I believe, 8 candidates between our chapter and Perseverance chapter. So
Excellent.
Nice.
Larry's taking a nap right now.
I have done at least 4 trainings for secretaries and treasurers on Grandview. And the Valley of Harrisburg's Valentine's Day dance was well attended. That was fun. And that's about it,
Did you have a date?
as far as you know.
Not one you met there, though, right?
Well, I'm not. Pete was asking whether I was going to pick one up there or was going to bring one otherwise. So
Okay, I was just curious how things were working out.
things are working out well.
Oh, my God.
So, and then last night, one other thing, Harrisburg Council number 7 did confer the royal degree. The royal degree in council.
Royal what?
The Royal Master Mason degree. And so we're bringing candidates into council as well. So that's been the extent of my Masonic journey in the last 2 weeks.
You've been doing a lot.
Yeah, well, you know. Us retired folks got to keep busy somehow.
Oh, really?
All right, but so before we take a break,
wait, we have.
well, that's right. Oh yeah, we've got to get our guest. All right,
Barry, we don't care what you've been doing. Get out of our studio.
Barry Theal is
out
our
right now.
guest tonight. Barry, I apologize. What have you been doing Masonically?
I hope not as much as Tim.
No,
Well, actually, more. I've seen his calendar.
So last night I finished up a meeting for council, which was pretty nice. I'm thrice illustrious master there, so hopefully I think I know what I'm doing a little bit.
Good.
Obviously. And I did a bunch of secretary work on the new Grandview system for chapter, because I'm secretary there. And I think I had a Templar meeting, chapter meeting in there.
Chapler?
Chapter, yeah.
Chapler.
Chapler.
Thrice.
And then,
Go ahead.
yeah. And then I did a bunch of stuff on the app, the first Masonic app.
Okay.
I'm adding a couple new features to that here in about the next month and a half.
That is a topic we will bring up later.
Yes,
All
you
right.
will. All right.
cool.
Now, before we take our break,
Thank you.
we would like to thank all of our listeners who have supported our podcast through the years. As most of you know, our Patreon supporters have done yeoman's work, and we've put a pause on those contributions for now. But we want to do a special shout-out before our break to one of our Master Mason level supporters, Brother Rick Kellinger, who actually is a member of my lodge, Eureka West Shore Lodge, number
Rick,
302.
We love you. I want to have your baby.
We love you very much.
Yeah.
He brought a Christmas gift that was still in really good shape 3 months later.
Until a few minutes ago.
We're going to wait for Pete to come back to partake of one of them because there are 4. And so anyway, thank you very much, Rick, for your ongoing support. And Rick is in the process of moving to South Carolina, so he is going to be taking the well wishes of Masonic Light Podcast to South Carolina with him.
Well, he needs to hook up with Bill Harvey.
Yes,
down there. Yeah.
absolutely.
No, he's in Virginia.
He's in Virginia.
That's
right. That's right.
I lived
He's
in
from South Carolina.
I lived in South Carolina for 6 years.
And Bill Harvey did not arrest
I
you.
can give it.
while you were-
Where's he moving to? Did you say?
Outside of Charleston. State's not that big, Larry.
I lived in the Piedmont, Greenville, Spartanburg, where all the action.
All right.
So we're going to take a quick
Bring
break.
the music up.
And we will take a quick break and be right back with our guest, Barry Theal.
All right.
Why choose George J. Grove & Sons for your next home improvement project? At George J. Grove & Sons, we've built our reputation on quality and trust for more than 50 years. From planning to materials to installation, George J. Grove promises a home improvement experience second to none. Whether your goal is reducing energy costs, decreasing maintenance, updating curb appeal, or simply increasing the value of your home, the George J. Grove team will recommend and provide solutions that stand the test of time. Call 717-393-0859 for an estimate or visit us at georgejgrove.com. Okay, here we go. What are we doing now?
A podcast.
Who's working them first?
Oh, my God.
Who's
I
doing
love
them?
you so much. This goes in the... Yeah. Okay. So, and
We're back.
we're back.
We are back.
We're
Well, who's
back. I don't care. Do it. I'll do it. You do it. It doesn't matter.
Well, I invited him on.
All right. Well, then freaking interview him, Larry.
Well, I should, don't you think?
Just get son of a... just freaking...
Damn, wow. I thought that's the way it was. Well, our guest tonight is the great Barry Theal.
The great.
Now, I don't know how we have done 150 shows and not have him on
I don't know.
until now.
But he's here now.
He's here now.
He was waiting until we got it right.
Well, you know what? We let him age a little bit to get better, like it's fine.
Or cheese, maybe, but yeah.
Oh, absolutely. But Barry, it's good to have you on.
Thank you.
You told me the other day, what?
Nothing. Ignore him.
I can't do that.
No, don't do that. And don't speak about it.
Oh, heck. Where
Put that
was I?
thing away.
Oh, man, Tim. You really, anyway, good to have you on.
Thank you.
And you told me the other day, now I've got it back, this is the first Masonic podcast you've been on.
Yes.
Now, you've been on literally hundreds of podcasts all over, I'd have to say, the world.
Yeah, I've done a lot of detail,
Yeah.
all in the detailing world, though, in
so
my industry.
We're going to talk about, one, your industry, your business.
Mm-hmm.
You're also an inventor, if I'm not mistaken, right? Didn't you do a whole... You're an entrepreneur.
Yeah, I'm an entrepreneur.
You devised a whole lot of things.
I think that's an entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur.
No, he's an entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur?
An
Is that like the first step to becoming an entrepreneur?
Yes.
An
Okay.
entrepreneur.
No, it's the
fellow.
first step.
Then
You
you
become a fellowpreneur.
A fellowpreneur.
And secondly, a brother, a Mason that has a tremendous amount of credentials. We'll talk about that. And what really was fascinating, your education.
Yeah.
That is something. And
Larry, we're
Is there a
putting a
question
timer.
coming in
We're
this?
putting a timer on you,
are
Larry.
a Scottish Rite Mason, and for probably a very good reason. So we'll talk about that. So
Where's the question?
anyway,
I
I
didn't-
started
and
the
40
process.
I didn't
Ask a question.
Listen,
Oh.
I didn't realize
All
you
right.
guys invited me to a York Rite lecture that Larry Merris was doing tonight.
I was gonna. That's a question coming later.
Josh, can you turn down Larry's microphone, please?
Anyway, tell us about your Masonic affiliations and how you got involved and what you've been doing.
Man,
10 minutes later. Whoa! Holy cow!
I was.
Hey, Pete, I haven't quit.
So a part of my background is I'm very dyslexic, and that like really dyslexic. I'm bad with it, and at the time, growing up as a youth, it wasn't a real big deal. Nobody knew what dyslexia was. Luckily, I had a great teacher in 9th grade, Mrs. Schlosser was her name, who found that I had dyslexia and really helped me try and make it the best for myself. You'll never fully grow out of dyslexia, but she really helped me understand it and learn it and move on. Enough that I could actually begin to read and write and understand and comprehend what I was doing in 9th grade. So I was always a little behind everybody else. But what really intrigued me about Freemasonry was I was reading some articles on dyslexia at the time, and up came a dyslexia center. And I realized that the dyslexia center was run by the Scottish Rite. And then I started looking into the Scottish Rite, and I tried to stay off the internet because there was so much going on with whatever people think. I actually found a buddy of mine that I went to high school with, Abe Schaffner, and he's a Mason. So we started.
That would be Abe.
Yeah.
We love Schaffner.
Yeah.
All right, we're teasing Abe. We
Yeah,
love Abe. Abe
but
is awesome.
Abe's a great guy. He looks like he's like
Yes.
15 now, and he's 45. He hasn't aged
exactly.
since high school. You know what I mean? He's got a few hairs on his chin, but other than that, he looks the same.
He's phenomenal.
So, anyway, so I talked to Abe. I sent him a message. Said, "Hey, I see you're a Mason." I said, "It says to be one, ask one, so I'm asking you." Abe comes back. What's this cryptic crap? I'm like, "To be one, ask one." That's what I've read. So I'm asking you. You're a Mason, and he ended up signing my petition. And I got.
You had to explain to him what that meant?
Yep.
Oh, Abe.
Yeah.
Oh, Abe.
Yeah,
Abe.
Please contact us. Dave.
Yeah. So, I love Abe. Abe knows this. Great guy. So he signed my petition. I met with him and John Lurch, who was the worshipful master at the time of 226, which is my home Blue Lodge, up in Lebanon. And I joined the fraternity. I petitioned, got accepted, got, thankful because it started a really awesome journey in my life that changed a lot of things in my life. So here I am today. As far as education, I really don't have nothing but high school.
It's not, that wasn't my point. Don't even go there, my friend. Because basically, I would assume your leadership skills in lodges and the different Masonic groups that you've been to have led you to where you are today.
100%.
Business.
Absolutely 100%.
Talk to me about that.
So I was...
Well done, Larry.
Wow. Wow, that was great. That was serious. That was great. Well done.
You think I'm a novice?
6 years later, you should have this.
Finally.
So tell us about that.
Yeah, so realistically, I do have some leadership from the military when I was in the Army. But outside of that, I was just a worker. I was the guy in the shop doing the work, and that's what I was good at. I was a tradesman at the end of the day. I had to learn to become an entrepreneur. But through Freemasonry, as you're going through these chairs, and you don't realize what many people, I don't think, realize what you actually learn and what you actually do. Like, I had no idea when somebody said minutes of a meeting. I never heard of that before. It was never a part of my life, any which way possible. So now I understand minutes. I understand agendas and, leadership and things like that, and listening to people and learning. I was actually asked to speak at the leadership course over with I'm just losing my train of thought tonight, over in Elizabethtown. Darren Katz had it with the John Maxwell course that they teach or whatever. I was over there, and I was asked to speak over there this year for leadership. So a lot of what I do, I really implement what I've learned in Freemasonry in my life. So Freemasonry for me is a gift. It gave me every tool I could possibly ever want. I just had to use them and apply them. And that's really what I did. And it pretty much changed a lot of my career and a lot of my life in so many different ways.
Tell us about your business.
So I was a car detailer. That's where I started. I started when I got out of the Army as a car detailer. I was actually a car detailer in high school, went to the military and thought, I'm never detailing a car again. Got out of the Army, but I really loved detailing cars. There's something about polishing paint that when you're on a car for like 10 to 15, 20, 30 hours and you're trying to make it the best of the best that you can do, you're just a part of the car, like my mind clears out. I don't think about nothing, and my mind races all the time with ideas. So it's the one point in my life where if I'm polishing paint, I actually have a clear mind, and I fell in love with that. So as it progressed, I was just a detailer, had a great shop. I won a bunch of Concours Awards, which is like awards for cars. Basically, if you have a $3 or $4 million car, stuff like that, that was the guy you called. I've detailed cars that were worth $60 million, and I've spent, 5 to 6 weeks on cars. But essentially, you can't be a detailer your whole life. So I had to figure out, what can I do after this? And you can't sell a detailing business because you are the business, essentially, at the end of the day. So I kind of got into products and chemicals, and I was the guy that companies trusted with their products to say, hey, we're ready to release this. Can you give us what you think, So I got into that, and then eventually I started a product company. April 1st, actually, will be 6 years this year. And today we have distribution, I think, in about 30 to 35 countries. I think it's like 33 or 34, to be honest. And here in the United States, I think we have about 3,000 to 3,500 locations here in the United States. And this was all started about 5 years ago. So it's been a blessing. It's been a blessing.
And that product line is called SB3, right?
Yeah, we do ceramic coatings at the end of the day.
And did you develop this product?
Yeah, I put the time and the effort for the formulas. It's a proprietary blend that we own, trademarked, the name. I got a couple patents out there we're working on now with a few things. But it's not just the ceramic coatings. We've got our own line of machines now.
Exactly.
We expanded into aftercare. So not only are we selling to the professional, we're selling to the consumer. Yeah, it's a really interesting life. I'm very fortunate. I'm actually, I can honestly say I think I'm living my best life right now.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's great.
That is really awesome.
One of our listeners has just texted us a question. This is from Medicated Pete from Lancaster. It says, what is the best way to remove a Go Jerry Ford 76 bumper sticker off his 72 Vega?
First, if it's a 72 Vega, he's got to realize that it's single stage paint, which means there's no clear coat. If it's original, that's all old enamel. So he's got to be careful for one. If he actually does pull that sticker, He's going to see oxidation. But
Well, my question was, is there anything but rust there? Because I had a 72 Vega, and it ended up basically a pile of rust.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I did too. That was something else.
So the same listener has asked, when doing a deep clean on Larry's car, do you call the podcast Larry or law enforcement when you find handguns or Quaaludes in Larry's car?
I just shut my mouth because Larry's a Mason, so I can't discuss that.
Oh, we're all here to pick on Larry.
Oh.
All right, well, let's take a quick break, and we will be back with our guest, Barry Theal.
All right.
As far back as the mid-1800s, records exist describing the pre-meeting tradition of brethren smoking cigars during and after gatherings. To this day, the practice of smoking cigars remains very much alive in many lodges. This custom is considered a time for brethren to relax, exchange ideas, and enjoy the simplicity and fellowship that is the very essence of our brotherhood. This is what Hiram Solomon Cigars is all about. Our starting principles are to bring Masonic brethren together in the harmony of a good cigar. Pull up a chair, sit back, light up any of our premium cigars, and enjoy the history. Hiram Solomon Cigars can be found at fine cigar retailers. For a complete list, visit hiramandsolomonscigars.com or check them out on social media to find out when they'll be at a live event near you. Hiram Solomon Cigars is pleased to be the official cigar of the Masonic Light Podcast.
So we're back with Larry Theal. Larry Theal.
Larry Theal.
Oh, my God.
Did you really confuse
Barry?
me?
I did. I confused.
How about Barry Theal?
Barry, are you? So many jokes are flying across my brain right now.
Have another bottle of water, John.
What? Yes, thank you. A piece of cornbread would be fine.
Yeah, some cornbread.
So Barry, you also did something. You got a lot of stuff going on.
I
you've
do.
Got,
I'm very busy.
You've got that stuff. You're always doing shows and in industry shows and meetings and lectures and all that kind of stuff. But Masonically speaking, you developed for the first Masonic district of Pennsylvania, and we are the first Masonic district ever. An app.
I did. Yes.
So tell us about the app.
The app actually started because I got tired of trying to figure out how to reach Ron Carson and finding stuff like district deputy. And I will call him out and say that.
I love it.
I love Ron to death. He knows that. But in reality, I have a very busy schedule, and it's hard for me to keep track of everything. You know. So I said to Ron, I was trying to find a meeting one time, and I couldn't figure it out. And I said, listen, if you need help with something, let me know. I would love to help you any way I can. And I was like, I want to somehow help you get organized a little more if I can. And Ron's a very organized person, but the problem was the website was outdated, and I could not find when School of Instruction was that one time. So, hit it?
We did not give you the "don't bang on the table" speech.
Oh.
Sorry.
So just saying,
Don't bang on the table.
in case anybody heard that, it was Barry banging on the table. So Barry, don't bang on the friggin' table.
I
all
won't
right?
bang on the friggin' table.
Well, it's not my head hitting the table.
This time.
No, so I said, what can I help you with? And he goes, I really need help with communication and trying to bring everybody together. So
It's tough.
Yeah, so I said, all right, well, give me a week and let me think of something.
Give me a week.
So I have an app developer's license for Apple and Google that I got for my company because we had an app.
Oh, right, yeah.
So I thought, man, wouldn't it be great to have a Masonic app that has everything on it? So instead of looking for a website or blah, 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 we have one spot on a phone. Everybody can download it. Here it is. Done. And it took a while to figure out what people wanted, and I'm still trying to listen to people, see what they want. Some people complain, but listen, I don't care about the ones who are going to complain. I want to care about the people that want to move forward. And I think that the app itself will bring Freemasonry into the next generation of younger individuals. because essentially you're going to have to find a way to communicate. And as the older people kind of move on, we have an app now for everybody. So it's still, listen, the app still needs some kinks, but I think right now it's a great foundation. My next thing I want to do is bring into like video chat in the app in case like we ever get nailed with COVID again. Ultimately, this could help save money for lodges with Zoom calls and things like that. So we could have video chat on there with groups and all kinds of stuff. But I'm pretty proud of the app, and it's been working. It's doing well.
Cool. Very good. It's up on my phone right now, and as a matter of fact, one of the hot buttons on the app is
the Masonic Light Podcast.
Ta-da! Here we are.
Yes,
we're awesome.
Because and you know what? I remember doing that. I was when I wanted to do it. What I wanted was like a one-stop shop, and I figured, well, if you come to the app, you need something to listen to.
Can you print this and mail it to me?
Print the
what?
Print what?
Because I'm 85 years old and I don't do apps on my phone. What can you?
You can't print it.
Can you mail that? Can you mail that to me?
No.
No.
How about fax? Can you fax it to me?
See,
No
I
faxing?
disagree because if like a guy like Larry could figure stuff out,
Who says?
everybody should figure this out. You know what I mean?
Now, wait a minute. I don't have the app on my phone.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
That is a problem.
That is a problem.
Okay, how do I get it?
Go to your app store
Okay,
and
App
type
Store.
in First Masonic.
Let's
app.
all do it together right now.
Yeah.
Go to your app store on your whatever phone service you have.
So let me ask this:
But it's first. It's onced, right? It's not
the
first.
Apple
It's
Store,
onced.
right?
Onced.
Yeah. One
Yeah.
ST.
It's
Yeah,
onced.
it's onced.
So, in order to obtain access, must you be a Mason
Yes.
inside the boundaries of the First Masonic District?
No, but you must be a Mason. So from Pennsylvania, basically, we need to. I have a way that I can see access to who is a Mason and not in Pennsylvania. So basically, like when Larry sits here and he actually figures out how to turn his phone on,
Yeah, he's
then
kinda
download the app by tomorrow morning.
Not those
and then
pictures,
once he
though.
fills in his information, tomorrow I'll be able to prove the old man. See what I mean? But basically, you download it, and then we have to accept you.
Do you have it, Larry?
So
I have to update the damn thing first.
those of you in the rest of the United States and around the world and our 8 planets, you
No,
can't
wait a
get
minute.
this.
No.
They can download it, but they
Here we
won't
go.
have
Here we
access.
go.
Right.
Never
Okay.
mind.
All right.
Can we
so
have Earth Masonic District? Is that something that we can also do?
Yeah.
All right. We can do that. We can create a new app for that. So So I just want, since you're here,
Yeah.
and you are here, I wanted to personally and publicly thank you for the help that you gave me a couple of years ago on Lodge in the Woods. When I was left out to dry and there was nobody helping me with Lodge in the Woods, Barry would, and Barry, you and I at the time were not necessarily on the same wavelength.
We were on opposite
personally or
wavelengths.
Masonically.
Yeah, that was ugly.
But
That's it.
I'm going to say, I mean, Barry stepped up and came through and busted his hump with me for the district to put together a good Lodge in the Woods. And I've thanked you publicly here, but not to your face. So
Thank
I wanted
you.
to thank you for doing that. Because that was really a wonderful example of what Freemasonry should be, and that's putting that personal stuff to the side and helping a brother who needs help, and that's what you did for me. And
Yeah, and
appreciate
I
that.
think it was
in a big way.
You know, I think at the day, I think we were both stressed that day and frustrated, and you know what? We took it out on each other, but we came back and said, "Hey, here we are now."
Yeah, so here
That's
we are.
it.
And rumor has it that the Lodge in the Woods will be happening again this fall.
There will be a Lodge in the Woods this is 2023. We have to remember, because some people may be listening to this like 10 years from now.
Right.
They really need to get a life. But they may be listening to this. September 20th, 2023, we will have another Lodge in the Woods at the J. Edward Mack Scout Reservation in, where the hell is it? It's not Schaeferstown. Shaverstown.
Up there by Lebanon.
Yeah, there, Vonst.
So it's where it's always
It's
been,
north
right?
of Brickerville, yeah.
Yeah, North Bakerville, up there by Lebanon.
So we'll have stuff coming up on our this website here, our Facebook page, and the effort of Masonic Lodge. We'll be advertising that coming up shortly, but there will be one this year. What we are looking for, however, is suggestions on how to make this a cooler event than it has always been. A couple of years ago, we actually had a range, a marshal, and they opened up the shooting range for us. So Grand Lodge commandeered all the weapons and just spent like an hour just shooting things at the camp. So we don't really want to do that again, but we want to make it a little more fun and open it up a little bit. I think Cigar Lodge is going to be meeting
Always
there.
meets there. So that's
Cigar Lodge always meets there, so
Yeah.
we'll have that. So if anybody's got any suggestions on how to make that event even cooler, please reach out on the on our page and just make a comment, and we'll take that to heart. So, Barry? What else is going on for you in your Masonic situation right now? You're thrice illustrious master.
Yes.
So what's next for you?
So I finish thrice illustrious master next month.
Okay.
And then I go right into commander of commandery. And then that'll finish out my, as what I like to call the four. You know, I got Blue Lodge, chapter, council, commandery. That'll be I'll be a past master of all of them.
Nice.
So that's pretty cool. And then in January I'll go to Sovereign Master in AMD up in Rex Council.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. So
And where does that meet?
Somewhere like Eureka or something.
Like
I don't know.
Mechanicsburg?
Yeah, Mechanicsburg.
Some out in the wilderness somewhere.
Eureka West Shore Lodge is where it meets. But yeah, so that's
heard
it.
that
And then
name.
at that point, I mean, I hate to say it, but I have nothing on my Masonic agenda after that.
My God.
Oh,
Broadcast that all over the
Yeah,
world.
I
He's-
did.
he's making eye contact
I did,
right now.
I
Yeah,
did,
you are.
I did. But no, I've had some opportunities be presented to me that I don't want to discuss yet. But I need time, so I got to get out of these chairs and move on and do what I do next.
Yeah. So Tim is teaching the lost Masonic word being no, but at a certain point it comes back around to yes, because you're like, oh, I'm on the sidelines and nobody talks to me anymore. I know how that is. So all right, let's take another quick break, and I think who knows, maybe
Walter's
maybe
close
Walter
by?
will show up or something
right,
like that.
cool.
I don't know.
All
Let's
right,
see.
we'll be back.
In Masonic news today, in the wake of recent attacks on Masonic buildings across the country, the Grand Lodge of Lower Indiana has authorized an elite team of ninja-clad warriors known as the Illuminati to patrol Masonic buildings across the region. Having no authority to actually do anything, they just kind of stand around and look menacing. This podcast would like to thank you for your service. Have some decaf coffee on us. That's the Masonic news. So more it was.
Walter, way to go. Welcome back, by the way, Walter.
It's good to be here, Tim.
Yeah.
Yar.
Okay, so before we begin our wrap-up, Barry, tell us a little about your...
Yeah, tell us about your watch project, Larry.
watch project.
What? Larry. No, I'm calling him Larry. That's it.
Okay.
I'm calling him Larry. I've changed his name.
Listen,
I don't have one.
Listen, Larry's awesome. I'm cool with that. You can call me Larry.
I'm calling him Larry.
Just don't call me late for lunch or like
right.
something like Jason or something.
No,
don't do that.
no. I'll call you Daryl.
Larry's good.
Daryl and his brother Daryl. So, yeah, anyway. So, how about that?
I don't want to talk about it just yet
What?
because many people know I like to have fun.
Dude, we brought you on here to promote you. What's the matter with you?
You really want to?
What is it?
All right.
No,
so,
come on. No. Don't say a word. We're out. All right. Shut it down. Josh. Shut it down, Josh.
Keep going.
Tune in sometime in the future. Really.
If you want to talk about it, too.
We're going to have a deal for you.
That's fine. If you want to talk about it, fine. If you don't want to talk about it, that's also fine.
I'll say something.
We're here. That's fine.
Might as well. And actually,
But before he does this,
We're gonna
we
get a
need to
scoop.
figure out how to get a piece of this.
This is a scoop, right? We get this. It's available only through MLPmarketing.com/Barry.
so I have a huge fascination for watches. If you actually know me, that's one thing I like to spend money on for myself. Watches and cars. Obviously, everybody knows cars, but watches is one of my big things. And I always try to find a solution. Well, outside of buying a Dudley, there's no really nice high-end Masonic watch anywhere.
Currently being produced.
Currently. So as an entrepreneur, I began to think, well, if I can't find it, I might as well build it. Correct?
At you.
So
that is an entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur.
Onto
something.
Is that an enter or a
enter? I'm not going to know how to say it anymore. You've ruined another one. Yes. So, and I wanted to show Jack this tonight just to get his idea. And of course, Jack's mouth is bigger than some's, so he let the cat out of the bag. But
let the record show. I told him to deny everything, right?
Listen,
did I not tell him to do that?
He's full crap. He didn't tell me that. I witnessed. Ask Pete. Pete, what do you think?
Pete, what do you think? Here,
Pete ain't saying a word.
Poor Pete. Listen, so I was upset that I couldn't find something that I really, really liked that actually had some nice high quality that you could actually wear and feel good wearing. When we put tuxes on all the time, we put suits on all the time. For me, that feels good because I get dirty a lot, just working and things like that. So I like to put my suit on and my tux and go to meetings and feel good about myself. But the problem was I could never find a really nice Masonic watch. And I have watches like, I don't have the Apple Watch, but I got the Samsung version, but it's not the same for me. I don't need all that stuff. I just like a cool watch. And so I took it upon myself to come up with a new watch company. The website's not even built yet, but I do own the name. It's going to be called Masonic Timepiece. And ultimately, my goal is to deliver limited edition, high quality watches that are somewhat affordable. So,
I like that.
And listen, we know this. You hop in the Masonic fraternity and somebody says, I got something for sale, and if it's over $5, they walk away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't care. I don't care about those people. I care about the people like me that want something high quality. So I went full in depth. Stainless steel, water resistant. It's got a leather backing to help certain things. I don't know all the ins and outs yet, but sapphire, blue sapphire, crystal background, a crystal case, and I'm going to do all limited edition, like 1 of 100 watches. The first one, as you can see here, now that you're looking, Larry, that's actually going to be my first one, called the Passmaster.
Those of you listening at home,
I can't. Well, wait a minute.
it's very pretty.
Can I got the word.
No,
I can't.
No.
So, but
that's a Pennsylvania Passmaster.
Yeah.
This is the United Grand Lodge of England.
Yeah. Who doesn't know how to make a logo? Thank you very
so
much.
what I did was I kind of rebuilt the Dudley a little bit, and I want to keep that old history, the class to the fraternity with this watch. With that said, we got the working tools, but at the 12 is actually the Pennsylvania Passmaster. So I kept it blue.
Clever
and silver.
name, Barry. That's
and I just wanted something that we could all be proud of here in Pennsylvania. So I'm going to release this one. The first batch are going to be 1 of 100. And ultimately, like I know, for example, 17's taken. That's the year I was a Passmaster.
Oh.
So I've taken that one already for myself. And then I'm going to have the original.
Can I get 23?
You can.
All right.
Absolutely. So, and my goal is
You
to...
don't even know how much it's going to cost.
Doesn't matter.
$7,000.
No, realistically, they should be between $300 to $400 when they're
$1
done.
million.
But I think a watch at $300 to $400 is a reasonable watch.
That's a reasonable
but
watch.
it's gonna be compared literally to something like a Rolex, something in that range of a $10,000 watch.
I'm looking at this watch,
It's amazing.
and I'm telling you, I'm thinking
gorgeous.
$1,500.
Yeah, if not, realistically, at the retail cost, it should be like $2,500 when it's all said and done.
I'm telling you.
I literally, it's the mold alone to do this watch had 9 different molds because of the working tools, and they had to build it with the silver. It's all stainless. All the engravings are on the back. I did. I put a lot of time and money into this project, and I thought, do you know what? I don't care about cost with this. I want quality. It's
gorgeous.
what I wanted. And I will not sacrifice for anything cheap, for those who know me. And it's also going to come. I'm considering doing a blue leather band so that way you can take, if you want to have the watch, you have the blue to match the blue back face, or you can wear the stainless as well. So and that's going to come in a wooden box, presented real nice. And then the only watch that's really, you wanted what, 21 you said?
23.
You can't have it. No, wait.
You gave it to
24,
me.
24 and 25. I'm sorry. You can have 23.
Great.
24 and 25 are taken.
All right.
Only for one special reason only, which I don't want to talk about right now. On this, honestly. Only because that watch is going to a
Jack,
friend.
get him to talk about it.
I can't.
So, Larry, tell.
Did you really just call me Larry again?
Oh,
man. Nah.
Again.
And here's what it is. So these are all numbered. Okay. I have 20.
It's just easier to say.
But 24 and 25 will be one watch.
Sounds better on the microphone too.
Okay.
Is it a big watch?
It's gonna be but it's gonna be numbered 2425.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and I'm doing that because I want to present it at the time next year when I release these watches, hopefully in December.
I know where you're going.
I want to present that one to at the time. Right, Worshipful Grandmaster Larry A. Durr.
I told you we'd get him to say
that's
it.
why it's going to be 24 and 25 on the same watch. And I want to do that because I was fortunate enough to have Larry as a district deputy. And a lot of his leadership rubbed off on me. You know, to this day, I cannot hear the word tolerance without thinking of him. And he knows that. And I talk to him often, and he mentored me without even knowing he mentored me.
Yeah, he did me too.
You know, he's a great guy, and I wanted to do something really nice for him, so that will be the one. You know, but other than that, they're all going to be open for sale.
All right, 09.
09?
09.
All right. Well, great job. It's been a great joy having you on here.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate that.
Great to hear about all that you've got going on. Go ahead. Go ahead, Joe.
Go ahead, Larry. Is that what you just said? You said it.
I was going to go to him, but you were still talking.
I heard you say it.
I just want to say, you are welcome back here anytime. You want to promote anything, come on a show. You're really great.
No, I don't do this to promote, though. I'm here to hang out with cool guys.
But we
and
make
Jack.
an offer. Yeah. God. No, seriously.
Thank you.
It's my dyslexia.
Thank you.
It's B's and B's and L's.
Yeah,
It's a whole thing.
No, don't worry. I'm dyslexic, so I understand what you're saying. You know what I mean? I'm one of the few people that can actually read Pig Latin and get away with it. You know what I mean?
So before we end this interview, I do have one final question.
Please
you kind of
end this
alluded to this earlier. What has been your most challenging thing that you've done in Freemasonry?
I once survived a Larry Merris Your Right lecture at Lodge 43.
Oh no!
That was like 45 minutes.
Oh no!
And then after that, it was like another 35 minutes, and I'm like, "Come on, Larry, dude! Like,
Larry,
I gotta get out of here." You know, no,
You didn't. Oh no!
Yeah. Actually, Pete put me up to that, Larry. He did right before the show. But no, in all seriousness, that was actually like one of my first like real times I heard you speak. I was pretty impressed.
Oh, thank you.
I got to give it to you.
Thank you.
Larry knows a lot of stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Barry knows Barry knows a lot of stuff too.
So what have you got coming up Masonically in the next couple of weeks?
Next couple weeks, I go April. I go into Commander at Hermit Commander number 24.
Okay.
Which is I'm pretty fortunate to hold that position. Obviously following, with Mark as the Grand Commander at one point.
Yep.
We've got Abe who's doing well. I mean, it's a really, really strong commandery. I'm thankful to be a part of it, and hopefully when I serve my best ability and everybody supports me.
Great. Good luck with that.
Thank you.
And here's the thing with Abe. He lives in the woods on the weekend.
He does.
I love
but he
Bob.
got a girlfriend.
He's hiked
No.
Yes.
I know. I've been seeing it for the past year.
All right.
He's very cute.
All right.
Yeah.
He's hiked most of the Appalachian Trail.
Yeah.
Yeah, Abe's pretty. Yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. I'm just shocked because I've known him my whole life, and he finally has a girlfriend.
Does she like to hike?
She does. Yeah.
Oh,
Good-
yeah.
There's a good match.
Yep.
So, Larry,
Perfect match.
what are you doing tomorrow morning?
Goose and Gridiron. I will be there.
All right.
Yes, thank God that my stepdaughter is up taking care of her mom and taking care of her mom.
Every
and that
Thursday.
allows me to come here tonight and go to Goose and Gridiron.
She's a new fan of the show, right?
And next week, Toll Cedars at Mix,
Where's Goose and,
Willow Street.
Where's Goose and Gridiron?
Goose and Gridiron. Well, it's the same place.
Yeah, where
it's
is
always been public.
I forgot
square,
about back there.
Mountainville.
He's like a ninja.
If you're unemployed,
He's Illuminati.
you have time, come on by.
Illuminati.
If I'm unemployed?
Yeah, because you're either unemployed or retired to come to ours.
Jack.
No, my name's
I
Larry.
don't know what you're doing.
What?
What do you got coming up Masonically?
Coming up Masonically. What do I have coming up Masonically? There's a bunch of stuff I can't really talk about. I do have Grotto coming up next Sunday.
And if you're listening to this episode, it was last night.
It was last night, and we had fun, and you weren't there. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, it's just regular stuff. I mean, there's some... Yeah, because we're going to post this on Monday.
We're going to post this episode on Monday. And
we're going to have calendar training. This is Wednesday.
I've been doing this 7 years later.
Grotto Sunday, posting Monday. So anyway, yeah, I don't have a lot of special stuff coming up that's like out there for public consumption, but I am just doing my I really have to buckle down on this paper because it's got me.
It's big.
It's
That's
got
big.
me. It's got me all fatigued.
It's got you focused.
It's a good honor, though.
Well, it is. It's
focused.
great. I'm very pleased to be there, to be invited to do it, and that's why I want to do it well. And I just, I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy.
Definitely don't ask me to edit it. No doubt.
Well,
don't
you're
do that.
dyslexic and stuff.
Yeah, I confuse you when you go up, I got more invested in spell checkers than most people have no idea. Literally.
How about you, Josh?
Just editing this wonderful episode that everybody just listened to.
Great.
And that's it.
Okay.
Most likely.
All right. Well, for those of you that are secretaries or treasurers in the Allentown area, District 10, on March 4th, I will be there doing a training on Grandview. The next week, on the 11th, I will be in Mount Joy with the First Masonic District, doing secretary and treasurer training there. The following Thursday, March the 18th, is the Academy of Masonic Knowledge, and I believe that one's going to be held at the Grand Lodge, but it will be available online on a friendly YouTube channel near you.
Chuck Dunning is one of the speakers.
Okay.
And Chuck is a really, really cool Masonic researcher and author. So the other person I did not recognize, but I'm sure he's cool too. So his mom loves him.
So on March 6th, Eureka West Shore Lodge number 302 will be having its March stated meeting. And the final thing I'll mention is that on Tuesday, March the 14th, I believe that will be the second meeting of the Elizabethtown Day Lodge.
Whoa.
In
have a good time.
Elizabethtown. So that was just chartered this past month. And look forward to see how that turns out. All right, Josh, open that kennel and let those chickens out. Larry, it's time to take us home.
Release the chickens.
Special thanks to Effort Lodge 665 for continuing to allow us to be here. To Josh, I always get this confused. Josh Lamberton. I keep wanting to say your real name, but I won't want to do
Josh Lamberton Killer.
Yeah, Josh Lamberton Killer, our producer director. Jack Harley, our news director. Tim Detman, our marketing director. To Michelle Snyder, Doug Maddenford, and Austin Schifrin, our contributors to Masonic Light Podcast. Also, too, what else? Our guests, Barry Theal, for being here tonight.
Larry. That's Larry Theal.
Larry Theal.
We changed it. Yeah.
And to our absent host, Pete, we hope you get better quickly. Although it's not difficult to do the show without you, we would like to still have you here.
We love you, man.
It's not the same without you.
No,
It's not, no.
We're missing our big toe.
And to our listeners who always make doing this show worthwhile, this is Larry Merris, and thanks for listening.
This is Tim. Good night, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
This is Larry. Good night.